attention to the passport bros. Like, they're getting women from like the DR, Colombia, the Philippines, Thailand. Like women that can speak very little English, women that don't have education, women that
need them. Women that need them. Women are raised to be wives. They learn everything from birth, from their father, from their mother, how to be a wife and how to support your man.
Women that need them.
It's not even women that need them. It's women that treat them with respect.
So we don't.
Y'all know y'all don't.
Stop yourself.
That's not true.
You got what's up?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they're from another country. They are women. They have expectations, and you're lying to them. And you know what? Most quality men in America, they have no problem finding women here.
Mommy, what's up? What's your... Yeah, maybe... What's your name? Diana. Oh my God. Yo. You got what's up?
Yes. What's up, baby? No chica right now, baby?
Not right now, because I'm going to meet my friend, go pick him up for breakfast. I mean, for lunch. I will.
Okay.
I will.
Passport bros, you guys ready for another success story? The house is spotless. She cooks every day, and I've just taught her the only thing she needs to know in English. Oh, well, thank you, honey. Say something.
Yes, Daddy.
See?
So, what do you suggest the women in the West do if everyone's advice is for men in the West to look elsewhere for a wife? What happens to all the women in the West then?
Well, that one study we referenced that said by 2030 or something, 50% of women will be without a man. So that's the direction we're heading, because the men that are looking for those traditional values are starting to go overseas, and then the other half of the men are just checking out completely. They don't want to deal with women at all. So this is going to be a big issue that women are going to deal with in the future as their options dwindle.
We don't talk enough about how passport bros are just predators.
I'm not a predator if I sleep with women in America, but if I sleep with women outside of America, I'm a predator. Got you. Guess that means you stop sleeping with people in different states, too, right? You live in Florida. Don't sleep with somebody in Chicago. You're a predator. Logic. The obesity rate in a different country is not as high as America. Stay here and sleep with all the mammoths. Got it? Women in other countries are nice and they look good. Stay here. Deal with somebody who's nice but don't look good. Or deal with somebody who looks good and wants to rob you passively. Nice. I don't think she used logic. I don't think logic matters to her. She's not happy at all. She keeps on forgetting to use her Planet Fitness membership.
When you let a Filipina from the province plan your date.
Didn't you lose these?
No. She's never been to the club before.
I only want you for the money and the clothes and for the bills. That's it. If you ain't getting my hair done, if you ain't getting my nails done, if you ain't doing nothing for me, then I don't need you here. It's not 50-50. It's not 80-20. It's 100% to 0.
It's one side. Look, that's why American relationships are failures. That's why American women on a global context are the worst for relationships, long-term period. That's why the divorce rate is the highest in the world here. And that's why on the desirability level, American women are at the bottom of the global barrel. This is all statistically documented from men, because at the end of the day, the ones who decide if a woman is valuable for a relationship is men.
Well, the man is the person that's going to have to, obviously, propose and buy the ring and all that stuff.
Give them the ring.
Real quick.
I really do believe that modern feminism encourages male absence. It encourages it because it's become toxic. They use terms like toxic masculinity, right? And I say to myself, all of their examples of the idea of what it means to be a man now is toxic. They think, oh, this is a man. Masculinity is wrong. There's something inherently wrong with being a masculine man. And to me, I always say that it was toxic masculinity that saved me. You know, I had a healthy fear of my grandfather. Nobody played around with my grandfather. We still don't play around with my grandfather, you know, and it's just, there's a certain level of respect when you're in his home. There are rules. And because I had that healthy fear, I was, I guess, more responsive to that sort of authority when I had to go out in real life. You know, I believed in structure. And yet this version of feminism today, we have women that are basically promoting men should act like women, right? Yeah. And women should act like men. There's all this confusion. You can pick your gender, you can do what you want. And ultimately what I think it's doing is feeding into this idea of a breakdown of the family.
Welcome to this episode of the EPA Show podcast, where we will be discussing what women can do to treat their men right and avoid the possibility of them being taken by another woman, especially overseas woman. First and foremost, it is important to understand that every relationship is unique, and what works for one couple may not work for another. We have been talking about passport bros flying overseas to find women because modern woman doesn't want to be traditional and submit to men. Well, we already recognize the problem. Now, I am the solution finder. This episode is especially for modern women to learn how to keep their men from flying to the Philippines, Thailand, and African countries, like Brazil, Colombia, to find women that are submissive and traditional, that respect their body. However, there are some general principles that can be applied to most relationships to ensure that they are healthy and fulfilling for both partners. All right? One of the most important things that women can do to treat their men right is to communicate openly and honestly with them. This means expressing your thoughts and feelings in a clear and respectful manner, and also being willing to listen to your partner's perspective. Communication is the foundation of any healthy relationship. And without it, misunderstandings and conflict can arise, and that can damage the relationship over the time, right? Another important aspect of treating your man right is to show him appreciation and affection on a regular basis. This can be as simple as saying, I love you, or giving him a hug when he come home from work, or it can be more elaborate, Gestures such as planning a surprise date night or buying him a thoughtful gift, showing your partner that you care about him and value him as a person is essential for building a strong and lasting relationship. Women should also make an effort to support their men in their goals and aspirations. This means encouraging them to pursue their passions and dreams, and also being there for them when they face challenges or setbacks. Men want to feel like their partners are their biggest cheerleaders and supporting them in their endeavors is a great way to show that you believe in them and are invested in their success. Another important aspect of treating your man right is to respect his boundaries and give him a space when he needs it, okay? While it is important to spend quality time together as a couple, it is also important to recognize that everyone needs alone time and the time to pursue their own interests. Giving your partner the space he needs to recharge and pursue his own goals can actually strengthen the relationship, as it shows that you respect his individuality and are not clingy or overly dependent. All right? Finally, it is important to avoid taking your partner for granted or becoming complacent in the relationship. This means continuing to put effort into the relationship even after the initial honeymoon phase has passed, and also being willing to work through conflicts and challenges together. Relationships take work and commitment, and it is important to never stop putting in the effort to make the relationship the best it can be. All right? In terms of avoiding the possibility of your man being taken by, let's say another woman in the Philippines, there are a few things that women can do to help prevent this from happening. All right? It is important to maintain open and honest communication with your partner. If you are feeling insecure or worried about the possibility of your partner being taken by another woman, it is important to talk to him. Ask him questions about your concerns and work together to find a solution that works for both of you. All right? Another important aspect of preventing your man from being taken by another woman is to make sure that you are meeting his needs and fulfilling him emotionally. This means being attentive to his needs and desires, and also being willing to compromise and make sacrifice for the relationship. Where your partner feels valued and fulfilled in a relationship, he is less likely to seek fulfillment elsewhere. It is also important to make sure that you are keeping the spark alive in the relationship. This means continuing to show affection, not fake affection, and appreciation for your partner, and also making an effort to keep things exciting and interesting by working out and keeping shape. Always, whether it's trying new activities together or planning a surprise weekend getaway, keeping the relationship fresh and exciting can help prevent your partner from looking elsewhere for excitement and fulfillment. All right? If he's happy with you, there's no need to go anywhere. Finally, it is important to recognize that there are no guarantees in a relationship. No matter how hard you work to maintain a healthy and fulfilling relationship, there is always the possibility that your partner may be taken by another woman. But it's a small possibility. While this can be a difficult and painful experience, it is important to remember that you are strong and resilient, and that you have the ability to bounce back from any setback. All right? In conclusion, treating your man right and preventing him from being taken by another woman requires a combination of communication, affection, support, the most important, respect, which is what we men value the most, and effort by maintaining a healthy and fulfilling relationship and by working together to address any issue or concern that arise. You can create a strong and a lasting partnership that is resistant to outside threats. Remember to always communicate openly and honestly with your partner. Show him appreciation and affection. Support his goals and aspirations. Respect his boundaries, and never take the relationship for granted. Continue. From where we left off, it is important to remember that preventing your man from being taken by another woman also requires self-reflection and awareness. This means taking a look at your own behaviors and attitudes in the relationship and being willing to make changes if necessary. For example, if you tend to be disrespectful, dramatic, toxic, jealous, or possessive in a relationship, it may be helpful to work on building trust and security within the relationship. This can be done by communicating openly with your partner, being honest about your feelings without fighting, and working together to address any underlying issue that may be contributing to your jealousy and the bad temper. It is also important to avoid engaging in behaviors that could damage the relationship, such as lying or cheating. Trust is essential in any healthy relationship, and once it is broken, it can be difficult to repair. If you are feeling unhappy or unfulfilled in the relationship, it is important to address this issue openly and honestly with your partner, rather than seeking fulfillment outside of the relationship. All right? Or rather than talking to your friend about it. Ultimately, preventing your man from being taken by another woman require a combination of self-reflection, communication, effort, and commitment by being attentive to your partner's needs and desires, while also maintaining a healthy sense of individuality and independence. You can create a strong and a lasting relationship that is resistant to outside threats. In conclusion, treating your man right and preventing him from being taken by another woman involves a combination of communication, again, affection, support, respect, effort, self-reflection, and awareness, by staying committed to the relationship and working together to address any challenges or issues that arise. You can build a strong and a lasting partnership that is fulfilling and rewarding for both you and your partner. Remember to always communicate honestly, no lies, and openly with your partner. Show him appreciation and affection. Support his goals and aspirations. Respect his boundaries, and never take the relationship for granted again. Another important aspect of treating your man right and preventing him from being taken by another woman is to prioritize your own self-care and well-being. This means taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental health, and making sure that you are happy and fulfilled in your own life. When you are happy and fulfilled in your own life, you are more likely to bring positivity and energy to the relationship, which can help to strengthen and deepen the connection between you and your partner. On the other hand, if you are constantly feeling stressed, anxious, or unhappy, it can be difficult to maintain a healthy and fulfilling relationship. All right? It is also important to recognize that relationships are not always perfect, never exist, you know, and conflict and challenges will inevitably arise from time to time. When this happens, it is important to approach the situation with an open mind and the willingness to work through the issue together. This means listening to your partner's perspective, being honest about your own feelings, and working together to find a solution that works for both of you, not just you. All right? Finally, it is super important to remember that preventing you men from being taken by another woman is not solely your responsibility. A healthy and fulfilling relationship requires effort and commitment from both of you. And it is important to work together to build a strong and a lasting connection. But if you treat you men with respect, then you have no reasons to look for it outside relationship. Treating you men right and preventing him from being taken by another woman require a combination of communication, I repeat again, affection, support, respect, effort, self-care, and the willingness to work through conflict and challenges together by being attentive to your partner's need and desire, while also prioritizing your own self-care and well-being. You can create a strong and a lasting relationship that is fulfilling and rewarding for you and for your partner. Remember to always communicate honestly and openly with your partner, show him appreciation and affection, support his goal and aspirations, respect his boundaries, and work together to build a strong and a lasting connection. Black woman, go get your black man back. Control the game with humility, love, respect, and build together.